Treasurer, I have a question first of all about where the asset and liabilities will end up, I guess. So can you clarify whether the asset and liabilities will rest with Macquarie Point Development Corporation or Stadiums Tasmania once construction is complete?
We are going to transfer to Stadiums Tasmania. As to where the debt is going to land, that hasn't been determined as yet.
It'll land with the Tasmanian people.
Oh, in any event, there is no doubt about that.
That's right.
Just in what forum?
So are you able to explain the transfer process, and including the timing and inclusions other than the debt, if that hasn't been determined yet?
Through you, Minister. So we're working on term sheets, working with James's team, where we'll work through the specifics of the transfer, but we'd anticipate that at practical completion.
Okay. And I've been asking about this for a long time, and I'll ask again at every opportunity and continue to until I get an answer. When will a comprehensive asset management plan of the Macquarie Point Stadium be completed? Which entity or agency will produce that plan, and will it be tabled in Parliament prior to construction commencing?
Through you, Minister. So Stadiums Tas will develop that integrated asset management plan, and we'll develop that once the main contractor has been appointed. So, which is standard practice for a venue or a facility, a piece of infrastructure like this. That's certainly how it's been done with other venues nationally and internationally. So given it's a D&C and we're at 70% design, the contractor will have a say on that last 30%, obviously, and that could have a material difference in relation to the final design and therefore how we build out our asset management plan in relation to whether it will be table to Parliament. That is not something I would obviously make a decision on.
Treasurer, do you think it's something you'd be willing to table in Parliament, the asset management plan?
Oh, once it's ready, once it can be developed, yeah.
And in terms of the life cycle and maintenance liabilities ongoing, are you able to provide an estimate of the long-term servicing, maintenance, depreciation and renewal liabilities across the expected life of the asset?
So through you, Minister, our clear view on this, again, in dealing with other venues and our own experience and expertise within the organisation, including with our board, is that it'd be misleading to produce those sorts of numbers now until, again, we have a better idea of what the final design on the venue looks like. The contractor will obviously be engaging a range of different other lower grade contractors to provide a lot of the mechanical plant and equipment, and with that there'll be warranties associated with those. We need to see what they look like before we can continue to build out that plan. So
can you provide an estimate of 70%? Based on the 70% design and construct plans that so far?
So
knowing that it will likely be higher.
The number, if we did a number on that at the moment, it would be wrong, simply. And venues, it varies wildly between venue to venue as to what they attribute to this figures attribute to this plan, based on a whole range of things. This is a unique design. There might be things that related to the roof that relate to this, positively or negatively.
Yeah, that's part of the concern.
Yeah, but also if you think about it, maybe the degradation of the seating in the venue will be far less than what you would have a venue that's exposed to the elements more without a roof. There might be things related to the turf that work the other way. So that's why we're particularly keen, given the design, to see what the final design is, because that will impact these issues that are going to be critical for us in our operating model.
So we just cannot possibly know until the final design is complete what the long-term costs of this asset are going to be ongoing to the taxpayer each year.
So we've got a very good understanding of what the ongoing cost is from an operating perspective, but in relation to depreciation and in relation to life cycle and asset replacement, once the main contractor is appointed and they get about casting their eye over the design at the moment, they'll have very clear views on what's acceptable and what's not. So we could do something and they'll say that's a million miles away from what the reality is.
But it is likely that the return, I think you've suggested, will cover the operations, but you don't know if it'll cover the maintenance and renewal liabilities of the asset. We just can't know that yet.
No, we can't know that yet. That is correct.